Today we're going to give you a little trip here in one town through some, I wouldn't call them city roads because we don't live in an actual city, but a large town with some construction, traffic, and a bit of a difficult route with a lot of turns and lights and stuff. So let's take a look at where we go. So here we go. As soon as I get my seatbelt on, it will be a much safer drive, I think. There we go. Here we go now. All right. So I'll try to keep you updated. I won't bore you. And we're on as you can see, a residential street with cars on both sides of the road. We're going around nicely. We're coming to the end. We're going to make a right turn here at the end. And I haven't had any problems with this. This is a four-way stop we're coming to. I don't actually expect any issues here. And right now, we're the only car. So here we go with our turn. Nice turn. You can see here a panel truck coming out. We've slowed down nicely. I've had to, on this trip, I've taken it a couple times, which is why I want to do this. I've had to intervene numerous times, so let's see what it does today. So again, we're coming to another four-way stop, and then when we get to the after the stop, we're going to come to a traffic light where I'm going to want to make a left. The preference would be to be in the left lane to make the turn, but it has not been doing that. It's been putting me in the right lane, which is a left or straight. So let's see what it does here. And it is putting me in the right lane. So because of allowing people to make a right on red here, I moved over to the left lane. So that was me doing that. And I wish it would have just gone in the left lane, but it did not do anything wrong. So there's nothing wrong with this. I made the turn manually, the old-fashioned way. So here we go. We'll put it back on. We're going to have to make a right, but not for 2.5 miles. I'm going to get in the right lane anyway, because one of these lanes, the lane on the left, is actually going to go away in a while. So we're slowing down quite a bit for this car that made a right turn. I'm just going to have them look at that. So what I did there is I reported it back. I have a little video camera. Now here's construction. So what they've done is they've removed a layer of the road, and there's still some lines on it. So that's the good news. So the car should be able to see those lines. And let me see if I can get these windows a little bit clean for you. Oh, we're going to come through a thing called a double diamond crossover. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to go under an overpass. So I'm going to actually make an figure 8 this road. It's a little bit unique, and you'll see that in a moment. So I'm going to veer over here underneath and then come out over on the right. Here we go. And you'll see us coming under the road. It's just a misty rain, so the wipers aren't really turning on as much as I would probably like them to. You can see here, it's difficult for me to see the lines. The cameras look like they're doing a pretty good job, by the way, in seeing these faded lines. And here is a typical difficult area. There's not going to be any lines at all, and I have to tell you, it did an amazing job. I thought I was going to have to take over, but it actually did exactly perfect. So this is a good news story, Tesla. So we're going to keep going straight here, and like I said to you, about 2 more miles, just under 2 miles, we are going to make a right-hand turn. And I'll go a little bit further up here and maybe get into the right lane. I would hope the car would get in. Oh, the car is trying to get into the right lane. This is good news. Now it can't see the lane. I don't see what happened. It told me to take over, which I did. I think it was because it did not see lines properly. It was between the point where there was construction and no construction, and it sped up. It was in the wrong area, jumped back into the correct area. So I think it's no harm, no foul, though it was a little bit scary for just a few minutes. So now I don't think much is going to happen for about a mile until we make our turn. We're going through a traffic light there, and we're 0.7 of a mile away from our right turn. I don't know why it just stopped. I feel bad for the guy behind me, but the car stopped. And the only thing, and this is a guess, is that there was a car coming out from the side, but he was completely stopped. So I've had those stops more than I would like, by the way. I'm glad I got to show you that, so you can prepare. Again, I have to have my hands on the wheel. I have to be ready to take control. I have my feet in between the brake and the accelerator, just in case. And we just stopped so hard, it isn't funny. It's, I mean, we did need to stop soon because of this fire truck that made a right, but again, it stopped significantly and hard. Let's see what we do here. Again, we're going to make a right at this traffic light.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Waller Avenue.
The directional signal went on and came off. This road is actually, though it doesn't look like a residential area, is still going to keep a speed limit, I think, of 25. I don't know why the car veered to the left, then the right. The turn is fine, by the way. It made the turn. It did just fine. Directional signal on. That's okay. We have a red light here, and I'm going to go through this 25-mile-an-hour zone for just under a mile, and then I am going to make a left turn onto a major street. It's for us anyway, where we live. It's a major street. So here we go again. And thanks to the person that gave me the hint that if I took the bottom banner here and put it down, I would get the complete size of that screen. So I am doing the speed limit of 25. I raised it just a little bit. Come to a railroad crossing. In the past, it's done a very minor slowdown right at the crossing. So let's see what it does now. As you can see, this street is pretty straightforward. When I leave the location I am heading to now, it actually takes me on a different route. So the same navigation system, which is kind of funny. So here we go, driving towards the left. Now it veered to the right. I think you saw that.
In 500 feet, turn left onto South Limestone.
I'm going to get in this left lane. It pulled me to the center lane. Now it brought me to the left. I think that's too much moving around.
Left onto South Limestone.
But I don't know if you saw that. It went to the right. It was a hard right. Then I took over to get into this left lane because I have to make a left after this street in just 0.2 of a mile. Then it got in the right lane. Then it didn't put a directional signal on, and it got into back into the left lane. So it was confusing to me. Let me see what it does here. That was a nice turn, and you could probably see the arrows. I am literally on the left double yellow line here, dotted or dashes. I don't know why.
100 feet, turn left onto Transcript Avenue.
So I'm going to make a left shortly to go into a parking lot. But this will conclude the drive using 10.3.1. And hopefully you've seen something from it that's familiar or not familiar, or maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. There are times where I think I overreact and maybe intervene where I could wait, but I will never take a chance on safety, and I don't think Tesla takes a chance on safety either. So let's see if we make this left. Should be right here.
Now turn left onto Transcript Avenue.
And it did put the directional signal on. And boy, is it over and left. Now it won't work. I don't know if you could see that there's an amber flashing arrow. It won't turn. It'll just sit here forever. It's something I hope that they'll eventually fix. As you can see, the car is not moving at all. I was going to intervene, but I got an amber light. So we'll make this left. I'll do my editing. I think I need to get out of the way of this fire engine. Here he comes. Or maybe it's an ambulance since I'm in front of a hospital. He has gone through. Hoping I get the arrow. If I get the arrow, maybe I'll turn. I got an arrow, and the car is making a turn. Left turn. Ooh! It was going to hit the curb.
Now your destination is on the